Yo, what's up guys? It's FigureRom on the FigureRom channel, and I know it's been a long time since I uploaded on this channel. I was pretty busy with the main channel. For those of you who don't know, I do have a main channel where I do gaming and gaming content, but I've been away on this channel for a while, and that's because I took a pause on a lot of content creation because I've been really busy around the holidays. But I really wanted to get back into doing some content for the Figure channel because it's been a while since I was able to even upload on anything on here. As you see, this is going to be a long form video. It's not going to be a YouTube short, so it's going to be something I just put quickly together because I thought it was very topical, especially since we're nearing Christmas and nearing the end of the year. And I just want to give a little update. But this video is mostly about some cool finds I had at, if you read the title already, it's going to be about RossCon, everyone's favorite word and everyone's favorite store if you're a collector around this time of year. And although all throughout the year they do have a lot of cool stuff, but it's near like the season, like after Halloween, around Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and then like right before Christmas, that's when Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, like all those type of stores start putting out a lot of cool shit. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be cursing in this video. I know I really don't do that on the YouTube shorts, but yeah, this video is more for like adult viewers. Not anything really like bad, but it's just more because I just curse a lot, and I do that like when I fill in some sentences. But yeah, today I know it's been a long intro, but yeah, I've been wanting to put some stuff together. I just want to show you guys some cool finds I found at Ross, because like I said earlier, they do have some cool stuff around the season. But yeah, so this is going to be a compilation of just stuff I found throughout the year, and it's going to be like getting gradually more crazier. But I'm also going to work on a different video for like another set of figures that I've been collecting a lot throughout the year. But today I'm going to be talking about some stuff I found at Ross. So yeah, unedited videos. We're going to be showing off some stuff here first. So here, I'm going to show off some of the anime statues I actually found. Some of the anime statues I found were pretty cool. This is called a Q posket, and I've been buying some of these throughout the years just because of Ross. Just because of how cheap they are. And I normally don't buy like any like male versions of the Q posket. Like I've seen like Naruto ones and what's it called? Naruto ones. I think I even seen like Kevin Smith one. But I really don't go out of my way to buy like stuff like this. But since I see how cheap they are, $11.99 for this Inuyasha, I'm like, dude, I haven't seen Inuyasha merch in like forever. The last time I saw Inuyasha anything was like on a beanie at Five Below. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So sorry if you see my my hands right here. I've been working throughout the past few months. I haven't had a day off, so I'm doing this in between shifts. But yeah, the second one, it was actually one that my brother found me. So this year I actually finished this series called FigureRom, and they had this one, Fern, for about $11.99, and I thought that was pretty sick, man. And Fern is a cool character in the show. It would have been cool to find a FigureRom to go with it, but I was like, dude, I think I'll take that, because dude, for like 12 bucks, which is the same price as this Q posket one. I'm pretty sure they're small statues. I haven't opened them yet, but for $11, that's actually not a bad deal. And then this is one that I found that was pretty sick. Although I don't even watch this anime, I just know it's like old retro anime and like manga, I think. But look at this, $8 for a City Hunter statue. I think this dude's name is Ryo. I don't know, I've never seen City Hunter, but I know of the character. I know he's like from like the whole 80s, like not Shonen Jump, I think it is Shonen Jump, I don't know, like the whole 80s anime era of like the whole action manly anime type of stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, some cool statues I found here. I normally don't collect like static statues, but I thought these were good finds. I was like, especially since I haven't seen a Q posket in forever that I actually like thought was pretty cool. It would be cool to find like the variant one of like the human Inuyasha one. That'd be cool, and that'd be kind of cool. But like, since these are like retro animes, and like the Fern one was from an anime I finished this year, I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, that almost wraps it up for the statues. Although this is one I found really cool, even though I found a lot of DBZ ones. I've seen like Gogeta, Goku, Majin Vegeta, but I bought this one. I thought this one was really cool. It's a matchmaker one, so you have to buy like a second piece of it, which yeah, you have to buy the Super Saiyan God Goku one. But this was a Beerus, and I rarely see any Beerus stuff, and I thought it was pretty cool. Beerus is kind of like a new character that I know a lot of people don't really like, but I kind of like him. I tried playing a bit of him in Dragon Ball FighterZ, but I think Beerus as a character, I think he's decent, especially since like in the Broly movie, he has like more character and stuff. But let me just move some of these out of the way and look at how much I paid for this guy, because the other Dragon Ball Z ones, they're usually like $20. This one was like 15 bucks, man. Also, if you guys are wondering like how much I spent, I don't know how much I spent. It's probably gonna rack up. Anyone in the comments can do all the addition down in the comments down below. But this is stuff I found throughout the season, like a little bit before Halloween and up to you know, which is now Christmas. Yeah, I thought these were cool statues to find. Usually what I do is if I have these laying around for a long time, I usually just sell them or give them out to some people. But yeah, some of these statues are pretty cool. I know there's a lot of good, like there's a good scene for these type of statues for like the collectors of these. But yeah, I thought this Beerus was cool, and just because he just looks like he's punching anything, I think he was pretty cool. He doesn't really need the Goku there. So, but I thought this Beerus was pretty sick, and you know, I like his design. This character is a little bit mixed for me, but I do like the statues I found here. So yeah, let's move on to what we found next. So this is something I thought was pretty cool. I was actually kind of hyped when I saw this because I've been seeing these at Walmart for a while. I just haven't had an excuse to pick them up. But I found this Spawn, this is a pretty big figure, but I found this Spawn figure. I think he's from like the new Rat City, I think, comic line. And he is a gold label, if you guys can see it like right here in the video. But look how much I bought this dude for, man. $12, man. That's a good price for this Spawn. I thought he was pretty sick. See if I can try to put him in the frame. If not, we'll just have to make it do. But the other McFarlane figure that I found that I thought was so like freaking hype, dude, for like a really good price, was his Black Manta. Black Manta, if you guys don't know, is one of my favorite DC villains and characters. I just really like his design, and he has a lot of cool stuff. He is a gold label, and he's a page puncher, so he comes with a comic book in the back. And yeah, before I reveal the price for him, just look at the sick artwork, man. The sick artwork. I'm gonna try and pan out to it, hopefully. But yeah, the sick artwork for Black Manta, this Aquaman one. And look how much I bought him for, dude. $6, dude. You can't go wrong for these McFarlane figures for this cheap of a price. I know at Ross they do have some like $13 like budget figures, but this, man, this was worth it, dude. These were pretty cool McFarlane figures, and even though they're gold labels, I'm not really big into McFarlane figures like I used to be. But now seeing these guys like at a very cheap price, I decided to pick them up because I was like, why not? They're good prices. But the next finds at Ross I found for like $9, if you guys can already tell, is some G.I. Joe, and this one is Beachhead, man. Beachhead is one of my favorite characters. I was really hyped when I saw this because I had some of the classics growing up. Well, not the classics, like the anniversary figures, and Beachhead was one of my favorite figures. But man, I remember this wave came out earlier, I think in the year or last year, and I got Cobra Commander and the Snow Serpent for full price because I was really hyped for those. But this was the other one I found. Look at this, another Cobra Trooper. I think this one is the Cobra Eel. So it's kind of like a scuba diver, like Cobra Trooper. And man, dude, insane price for that, dude. For like $8.99 for these characters, man. They're not bad for the price. And you guys can see if I can try and fit them in frame. But yeah, these guys were really worth $9, dude, because usually G.I. Joe figures nowadays, instead of going for like $20, kind of like Hasbro's Marvel Legends, they go up for a higher price. They're like around $30 to $40. And even I've seen some of them go up really crazy in price for like 2-packs, or like the ones with the animals go up to like $40, $50, or even some of them go up to like $80. And I was like, wow, those are like insane prices to pay. And if you can find these at Ross for like a fraction of the price, I'm like, dude, you definitely need to pick these up. Then I'm gonna try and speed run this next one. These were some cool figures that I found at Ross. I thought I'm gonna save the best for last, but I'm gonna try and speed run this one. This one is Peter B. Parker, and I found him for like $6 at Ross. You know, I've been meaning to pick this one up. I do have the Miguel O'Hara one, and it would have been cool. I think I saw a Spider-Gwen down there, but I decided to get this one because this one was the last one, and I thought he was really cool. And for like $6, dude, you can't go wrong with that. Ross has been killing it lately for like the past like few years. I've been collecting. I've been seeing a lot of cool like stuff at Ross, and so. But this one surprised me because I actually found this one today, and this one was $9. You guys can tell, but it's a Masterverse She-Ra, the new Ethereal one, and man, it looks sick, dude. Because I bought a Hordak one earlier in the year, and now I have like one to go with the I have a She-Ra to go with the Hordak. I did buy the 25th anniversary, not 25th anniversary, the anniversary versions of He-Man and Skeletor. And seeing these ones, I was like, man, I gotta get the other ones, which is like She-Ra and Hordak. I was like, those definitely need to be the move that I wanted to get. But then this one was pretty cool because I was really big into Motu Origins. I just stopped collecting them for a while because they changed the body types and they didn't make a lot of cool characters that I like. But this was new because this was like a crossover. Look, I got this dude for $13, and I never had a King Hiss. A King Hiss for $13, man. And he's like kind of like a crossover with like the Foot Ninjas and stuff, because he kind of like, I guess he's kind of like incognito. And then you see like the background art here. Let me just zoom into that, the background art with King Hiss versus like Leonardo, like the Motu version, and the turtles in the back. I thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, I'm gonna try to speed run this because I know the video is getting a little bit too long, and I'm gonna have to edit this like in the night. But yeah, look at this other one. I found one of my favorite all-time characters, Shredder. Same thing for $13. Super Shredder with the like the King Hiss body, or the Snake Man body. And it looked pretty cool. Not bad for $13. So I'm just finding like a bunch of cool like figures that I used to collect, or like stuff that I stopped collecting for a while. And I thought, man, dude, how else can you top the Motu Origins? Like Turtles Masterverse crossover with the crossover of crossovers for the 80s like action figure line. And this one had me fucking hyped because it was just like a couple dollars more cheaper. And I remember this came out just this year, like a few months ago. And look at this. I'm gonna reveal it from the bottom, but look, $15. And look what it is. The Mum-Ra Skeletor, dude. The Mum-Ra Skeletor. Actually, not a bad deal for this, especially since these things run up for like a decent amount, especially now at Walmart. And I'm like, dude. And like, I know it's a crossover figure, but you can actually just like kind of like move some stuff around and just make a Mum-Ra version, or like a Mum-Ra style, I mean a Motu style of Mum-Ra. And like, I'm not a big fan of like the Skeletor design, but dude, that Mum-Ra head looks so sick. It makes me want to collect the rest of them, even if I do buy them full price. But now I have an excuse to buy the Lionel, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get this because Mum-Ra is like a pretty sick figure. I know they had a crossover with Transformers, like the Megatron Skeletor one, but I think that one looks goofy. This one though looks sick as hell, and it has a lot of cool stuff, and it feels like pretty cool, like an actual fitting crossover. Like if you were to have like, you know, like Capcom and SNK, or like like Transformers and GoBots, I guess, but or Transformers and Gundam would have been a cool crossover. But man, this was well worth the price. So yeah, pretty cool finds. But we'll just keep him in the background. And this is my favorite find at Ross. I thought it was really cool, and I knew I was never gonna pay full price for these figures, but I was like, dude, this was like the best thing I found. Even though I know these figures are like, I think they have some of the worst looking like articulation. It's just like, because you know, they're basically just budget figures for like some collectors. And I was a big fan of the Dragon Stars when it first came out, and I just kind of upgraded to FigureRom, and I only buy some of those very rarely. But I remember when they announced these, I was like, man, they don't look that good, especially since Jada had released her Street Fighter figures. But damn, look at this, dude. I found Heihachi Mishima, dude, the Tekken 7 one, and look how much I found it for, $15, dude. I was working a lot of overtime. I spent a lot of money on just all this stuff like alone, but I spent a lot more money on another figure line that I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to make a different video for it. But look at this, man. Heihachi Mishima for $15. And that's not all, man, because Heihachi was the first one I found in stores, and I thought, dude, there's no way I found this guy for like 15 bucks. He's like half off from like Amazon. And I was never going to pay full price for these because I know these are like budget figures, but I'm a big fighting game fan for action figures. And I'm thinking on my main channel I might make a video on these things, but these are the game dimension ones. You know, Bandai makes a bunch of them for anime. They're called like the anime heroes or anime stars or whatever. And they made other ones for like the Godzilla and Gundam ones. I'm a big fan of the Gundam ones because I remember one year at Ross I found like a bunch of Gundam universes for like $12, and I was like, dude, I'm buying a whole bunch of them. Like, even if I found like a bunch of RX-78s, I found like a bunch of them. And I do have Transformers playing in the background, so if you see that in the reflection, so don't worry about that. There's not gonna be anything bad. But I was like, man, different Rosses had a bunch of Heihachis, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna try and test my luck and see what else I can get. And I was like, dude, I was so hyped when I saw this, because this is a Tekken 8 figure. And I found Jin Kasama, my favorite character in all of Tekken, again for $15. I was like, dude, there's no way, man. Jin, although, like, it's funny because in the artwork they show him with the hoodie and stuff, like right there. The figure arts is based off the hoodie one, but this one is based off his like Slayer 2 costume with the shirtless Jin, or like the teaser trailer Jin. I've never played the story mode. I don't really care for it, to be honest. But that Jin figure, dude, 15 bucks, not 30 like on Amazon, was a steal. And then I was like, man, I need to test my luck and find, like, go to a different Ross and see if I can find like another one. I know people have been finding King, but I was like, man, dude, King is so impossible to find because he is the most popular character. But this one got me really hyped because I was like, dude, I finally completed basically the family trio, the family tree. And of course it has to be the main guy himself, Kazuya Mishima, dude. The same price, $15. Kazuya Mishima. So basically I got all three Mishimas, you know. They're not like, it's not all, what's it called, like, okay, so like there's like Lars and like the other Mishimas and stuff, like now with Reina, but I got the main three, dude. I got Kazuya, Heihachi, and Jin. And I'm thinking I'm gonna make a video on these guys on the main channel for the fighting game channel. But man, they look so sick, dude, because Heihachi has the ready, Kazuya has the round 1, and it's weird because Jin has the round 2 thing. But dude, I got the 3 on at Ross of all places. I got the Game Dimensions Tekken figures, and I told myself I was never gonna buy these things full price. And then when I bought the Heihachi, I was like, damn, if they have the other ones, I'll have to pick them up. And I was like, they do. They had Jin at a different Ross, and they had Kazuya. So basically, when I was looking at these things, I was scouring different Rosses around like my state, and they had a bunch of cool stuff. And you had to check like every week. So basically, for everyone who doesn't know, check these places every week leading up to Christmas or right after Black Friday, because they start having like a bunch of tables out, and they have a bunch of like cool like stuff. I did find a really good find, but I'm gonna be saving that for my next video, which is like basically a figure line I've been collecting all year, even a little bit since last year. But yeah, I'm gonna be saving the biggest, craziest Ross find I've had in like years for the different video. But this is my favorite find this year, just for basic figures, which was that let me show you guys again, that Lord Zed in the background, the Super 7. He is my favorite character in Power Rangers. And then, dude, finding the Mishimas in Ross for $15 each. That's 45 bucks. That's less than like the price of a FigureArts. And basically just getting all 3 Tekken figures for like a steal of the price, man. And a bunch of other figures and other statues that I showed off. But these were my favorite ones, and I'm definitely going to be making a video on these guys on the main channel for fighting games. And I found some other cool stuff like you guys saw earlier, the Mo2s, the anime statues, the Spawn, McFarlane figures, and like the GI Joes. Those are really good stuff. But yeah, so for those of you guys who don't know, man, I've been doing this figure channel for about almost like a year and a half now. I think a little over a year. And I like collecting video game figures, especially 80s theme, like action figures like Mo2, Transformers, maybe some Marvel Legends as well. But I love Ninja Turtles, and I'm starting to get into the Simpsons line as well, which is something I should show you guys, but I'll probably say that for the next video. But yeah, I just want to show you guys some cool Ross finds. I'm a big fan of Ross, especially after this year. Every year there's always something cool. Last year I found, I think, a lot of GI Joes, but actually I've also found like some Tarn Transformers there, but since I already had him on pre-order, I didn't really pick up a lot of Transformers. But yeah, they had a lot of Mo2s like last year, and then the year before that I think it was a lot of Gundam universes. I'm really hoping to see, hopefully we can find some like Godzilla figures. I've been wanting to get into Godzilla because I've been watching Monster Island Buddies videos. I think he makes good content, and I was like, if they ever have a burning Godzilla of this line, I don't know why I'm using my TV remote, but if they had a burning Godzilla of this line, of the Bandai line, I'm most definitely going to pick him up because he looks really cool. And I'm not really big into like Godzilla to justify buying like a Monster Arts or a what's it called, a Hiya Toys. I think that's what they're called. But yeah, man, some cool finds for Ross, dude. I am a Ross enjoyer. Let me pick some of these guys up. But yeah, this is gonna be like not a super well edited video, but just to show off some like cool stuff. So like a variety of just other cool things that were available at Ross, man. Just great figures all around. Hopefully I can find some more cool stuff. I'll probably show you guys some more pickups if I had the chance. This was just because I saw my content was kind of not dying, but it was like kind of how do you say this, it was kind of like drying up. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, and I was like, yeah, let's just show off some more, just show off some Ross finds. I'm not sure if I'll make like a YouTube short video on all these. These are just stuff I'm gonna just like open up and enjoy on my free time, because they're just cool, man. They're cool figures, cool finds. A lot of cool anime stuff, and like basically if you're a fan of like any type of action figures, if you like anime, Naruto, Inuyasha, sometimes Inuyasha I mean, but like DBZ most definitely, if you find like, you'll find statues and even some of the budget figures, or like the yeah, basically a lot of DBZ figures. They have like other stuff. I've even checked out like at Marshalls or TJ Maxx, sometimes they have cool stuff. But TJ Maxx, I found like a big giant mega statue, not statue, a big mega elephant mega constructs for Halo. That was pretty cool. And man, it's just a good year for like collecting. If you're like really into Ross, if you have like a Ross around your area, definitely check it out, because you'll find a lot of cool stuff there, dude. This year I was really hyped because they had some cool stuff, and most definitely my favorite one was the Tekken figures, because I'm a big fighting game guy. I love fighting game action figures and like memorabilia, merchandise, all that stuff. And I'm gonna be making a video on that on my main channel for the fighting game figures. I mean the Tekken figures, for like the whole Tekken thing. But yeah, this was FigureRom on the FigureRom channel. I know the video's gonna get a little too long, but I want to show you guys some cool Ross hunts I had this year. I want to update you guys on the channel, and if you can, even if you know, after the holidays they do start like dying down, they take away the tables and there's probably not like a lot of cool stuff left, definitely check out Ross throughout the year, because you'll find some cool shit there. And especially if you're like just like into like modern action figures and stuff. And yeah, this has been FigureRom I mean FigureRom on the FigureRom channel, updating you guys on some cool stuff that I found this year. And I just hope you guys all have a good one. Show me, comment down below, or just like DM me on Instagram if you guys know my Instagram for the figure channel. show me some of your hauls, show me some cool stuff, and show me what you guys got for like the holidays, because I know a lot of you guys get stuff on the holidays and it's just pretty cool. Next, maybe by not at the end of the year, maybe in the beginning of next year, I'll make a video, something similar to this, showing off all the other stuff I got throughout the year, and it's gonna be a cool one. It's gonna be cool and sick. But yeah, this is FigureRom on the FigureRom channel signing out, and I hope you guys all have a happy holidays, good hunting if you go to Ross, and definitely just enjoy all the stuff you have. Take care of each other, and I'll see you all next time when I make another video.